have some honorable mentions as well.
Oh, I got tons of honorable
I'm sure you do.
mentions.
All right, well, let's get to it. You want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. MASH.
Okay, not on my list.
Yeah, see.
Uh,
Okay, and that was 1970.
right. Robert Altman directed this.
Yeah, Robert Altman directed it. Donald Sutherland, Elliot Gould.
Right.
It was like, I wouldn't say it was like a real spoof, but it was about the Korean War with
Hmm.
the MASH unit, and it did have a lot of comedy in the thing.
Right, and the show, the series was basically a spin-off of the movie, right?
Right, and then they spun off a whole TV series on it.
Was it the same characters in the
Yeah,
show?
all different. Well,
Okay.
the names were the same,
Oh,
but
okay.
they had different people playing them.
Right, right. Alan Alda, I remember, and all that.
Yeah,
So I never saw the movie, but I need to add it
the
to my
movie
list.
was, well, they could get away with a lot more in the movie than they could do on the TV series.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
More hijinks and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. You
Rated
never saw
R.
the movie? Wow.
Yeah. No, I never did.
Yeah,
Somehow missed it, but yeah. So it is more or less a comedy, right? For the most part.
yeah. I don't know. Do they have the genre? Yeah, comedy, drama, war.
Okay.
Is
All right.
the
I'll check it out. So my number five is American Graffiti.
oh, I have that, but it's higher. So we do have
Ah, all
we
right.
do.
We may
Oh,
actually have more than two in common. But
okay.
yeah, George Lucas, before Star Wars, there was American Graffiti,
Yes, that's right.
his ode to the 50s, and um, really ahead of its time when you think about, like, the movie all takes place in one day or one night, I guess.
Right.
Uh, so it was kind of a precursor to like Ferris Bueller and those kind of movies. But and then a lot of young actors that were kind of unknowns at the time. Ron Howard and Richard Dreyfuss were the main two. And then you had
And
like,
Harrison Ford.
yeah, Harrison Ford, like,
Although he wasn't, he he played like a teenager, but there's no way he was a teenager.
yeah, he definitely looks a little old for being a teenager with the cowboy hat, and his character was hilarious in the few scenes he's in where he has got that line, "What is your car, puke yellow or piss green?" or whatever he says. And then my favorite character was the nerdy guy Toad, who gets in all kinds of trouble throughout the movie. I forget the actor's name that plays him. I think it's Charles
He was
Martin
the guy that
Smith.
was always in the diner or something. Was that the one?
He had the glasses, and he had to go. My favorite scene is he goes to the store to get liquor, and he's pointing out all these different things to buy. Like, have a pencil and some candy and this and that, and then he throws in
Yeah.
a bottle of liquor. And the guy goes, "Let me see your ID." And he goes, "I left it in the car." And then he goes, "Well, can you go get it?" And he says, "I also forgot the car." It's so great. There's so many classic lines in it. And then, I mean, they even have Wolfman Jack playing himself in the movie.
Yeah, right. I forgot all about that.
All the music of the 50s and the cars. I mean, it was great. Classic, stands up. So cool. All right. So what's your number four?
That is my number four.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, anything else you want to say about that one?
No, what was her name? Cindy Williams.
Right.
And did Laverne and Shirley.
That's right.
Series.
And I think was it Suzanne Summers that played the blonde girl that Dreyfus is chasing throughout the movie? I
Uh,
don't think she speaks in the movie.
I don't remember. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people that later, went on to do great things. So very cool,
yeah, a big breaking movie for a lot of people.
indeed. So okay, my number four, which I think might be on your list as well, is Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, it is.
Ah, right. I knew it. Yeah, Mel Brooks, man, one of his best. I would say maybe just slightly lower than the producers, in my opinion. But man, Gene Wilder is incredible in this movie.
Yeah, I disagree with you. That I have that. I think I have that higher than the
Okay,
producer.
well, when we get to top five Mel Brooks, we'll see. But yeah, Gene Wilder's great. Man, I'm forgetting all the names. You probably know all the other actors.
Madeline Kahn,
Madeline Kahn was awesome.
right,
Yeah, as
played
Val Brooker.
Wilder's girlfriend. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Who? Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's the girlfriend. Who plays? Oh, it's Florence Leachman that plays Val Brooker.
yeah, that's right. Frau.
Yeah.
uh,
So great.
and Frankenstein. Did you say who he was played by?
No, no. Who? What's his name?
Wasn't it Boyle?
Yes, Peter Boyle.
Yeah,
Who? Yeah, the dad from Everyone Loves Raymond, and
yes,
tons of other movies. But yeah, he was so great as the
yeah,
monster.
yeah, yeah,
And then was it Marty Feldman who played Igor?
yeah. Igor.
Igor, right? The hump was on this side. No, now it's here. So many classic gags.
It was Igor, but
Yes,
he said Igor because he said his name was Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Yeah,
Yeah, Frankenstein,
Frankenstein.
not
Right.
Frankenstein.
So great. And then even the guy, who he was in the producers as well, Kenneth Mars, who plays the guy with the arm that he has to do this all the time.
Yeah, right.
That's like investigating.
At the time when he was doing the darts,
Yeah,
and he stuck him on the thing, and
right.
then he goes like pretends he goes.
Yeah. So great, man.
That's why I rank it over the producers. There's so many more funny things going on in the thing.
Yeah, yeah, I totally get you. I mean, there's not one scene that isn't funny. Like when they're eating and you hear in the background, and he said, "Did you just make a yummy sound?" And that, that's so awesome.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just the thing with even with the candle.
yeah, yeah,
Put the
right. The
candle.
candle back,
Right.
right? Yeah, great
Oh,
stuff.
a funny thing just to interject. They like no, I'll tell you afterwards.
All right, all right. So this is higher on your list, obviously.
Yeah, it was number three.
Oh,
So now
okay.
we're number
So
three.
now we're at three already. This is going fast. Okay,
Yeah, right. Better than last week.
I don't think you'll have this one. I put A Clockwork Orange at three.
Yeah, I didn't put it down. I real I really only saw it one time, a long, long time ago,
Yeah,
and I really don't remember it that well.
yeah,
So I didn't put it down. The other thing I can remember is the guy falling, passing out in a plate of spaghetti.
yeah, yeah. That is one iconic moment for sure. Yeah, but Stanley Kubrick, one of his best, and yeah, Malcolm McDowell plays the guy. I can't remember his name, but I've seen it not that many times. But yeah, there's so much that stays with you because it's a very disturbing movie.
Yeah, it is a
Uh,
very disturbing movie. I think
and
that's probably why I only saw it once.
yeah,
Once
but
was enough.
there's a lot of dark comedy in it though as well. Kind of just messed up things that just the way they talk actually, like they have their own dialect
Yeah,
and it's funny the way they say things, but then yeah, they're doing all these crazy, horrible things. But it makes you think too about just the whole concept of this, the treatment that they give him, forcing him do you remember when they have like his eyes open with they don't let him blink and they're making him watch all these horrible films, and then that makes him, whenever he wants to do something bad, it makes him sick. So the this treatment that they give him is interesting because it's like it makes you think, if that did work, would that even be a good thing to do to criminals? And then the ending, like, is he really cured or not, or the other way around? So yeah, it's definitely, I put it on there just mainly because it was such an influential movie that still, I think, stands the test of time. Even the way they made it look so futuristic and weird.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I do have it on my other list.
your honorables, yeah.
Yeah, my honorables, but yeah, I didn't put it down.
All right. So what's your number two?
My number two is The Sting.
Ah, okay. Another one I haven't seen.
Uh, did you? All right. Yeah, The Sting is Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Right.
It was the second movie that they teamed up in. Again, it's like a robbery thing, but it's
Yeah.
a sting, and it's a comedy also.
That's right.
Uh,
You had Butch Cassidy on your 60s list, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They really work well together, Redford and Newman.
Yeah, I need
So,
to see both these movies because I really like Redford, what he's done in his later years. So I need to see his younger stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's very like twisted and elaborate how they do this
Hmm.
kind of sting. And Robert Shaw's in it also.
Mm. Okay, cool. And so it's probably like one of your favorite heist films, you would say?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, and it takes place. It does it in current day of the 70s, or is it like more a period
Yeah,
piece?
I think it was like the current time of the 70s. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it wasn't like in the 1800s or
Yeah, yeah.
anything like that, where some of the movies go back and stuff like that. But
Okay,
it was really interesting. Kept you on your toes,
cool. All right.
and had a lot of funny scenes.
All
So I
right. Very
won't
good.
ruin it for you. You got to go. You got to see it.
All right, will do. I know my number two is not on your list. It is Play It Again, Sam.
Right,
The
it's not on my list.
yeah, I knew it. Yeah, Woody Allen and Diane Keaton, the first time that they were in a movie together, actually, which started as a play, I believe, and then he didn't direct it, but he starred in it, and I put it up there with any of his best directing movies from the 70s because it's hilarious. That's kind of a take on Casablanca, or a spoof on it, I guess. There's even like the ghost of Humphrey Bogart talking to him throughout the movie, but the same kind of idea of falling in love with someone else's girl and trying not to act on that impulse. But it's a lot funnier than Casablanca for sure, obviously. So yeah, had to have a Woody Allen in there somewhere.
Yeah, they
So
needed to sneak something in.
yeah,
There was a couple of them in the early 70s.
yeah. I wasn't that big a fan of like his more slapstick stuff like Bananas and those movies. I like more of his relational comedies, but yeah. Okay, so what's your number one?
Number one is the Godfather series.
Uh-huh. Yep. I put
I'm,
so
I'm
so
lumping one and two together.
okay. All right. I didn't do that. I just said The Godfather because I do like it better than part two. Um but yeah, that definitely makes sense. I had part two as an honorable mention. But yeah, I mean, one and two are so much better than three for sure. But yeah, the original I mean, yeah, one of the greatest movies of all time. I mean, we've talked about it on Father and Son top
Yeah,
five,
right. We've mentioned it multiple times. Yeah,
but
so I
yeah,
mean, there's really that much, not that much to talk about. But yeah, I mean, all-star cast.
yep, yeah. I mean, Marlon Brando was amazing in it. The direction of it, like every frame of the movie, just looks amazing. Francis Ford Coppola's direction, and that, yeah. If we're gonna talk a little bit about part two, it was really cool how they expounded on the character and gave the young Don Corleone, played by Robert De Niro,
Mhm.
who I think he won Best Supporting Actor for that. He was like amazing, uncanny as like the young Marlon Brando. Um, and those scenes back in um, Italy and the early New York were really cool. And then, of course, the character of Michael, played by Pacino, becoming more and more evil. Um, yeah, some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, this is going to be not too hard to put a top five, mold it together
Now, number one is number one,
for
obviously.
sure. Yeah. Uh, Godfather. So then what were our two in common? I guess we'll have to put Young Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein at number two, and then American Graffiti at three. And then it's a battle of the twos.
Right.
So I'm thinking yours will probably have a higher rating. Let's,
I don't think so. Well, it might be. We'll look it up anyway.
yeah, Letterbox says The Sting has a 4.0,
Okay.
and Play It Again, Sam, if I can spell it right, has 3.6. So you get The Sting at 4 and Play It Again, Sam at 5. Okay. So do you want to talk about honorable mentions before I read the final list?
uh, okay. Uh, Patton,
Ah,
five,
yeah.
yeah, Five Easy Pieces.
Yep.
The Out of Towners was like a
Okay.
really good comedy. Two Mules for Sister Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Kelly's Heroes.
Yep. Oh, I was surprised you didn't have that. I know you love that
I
one.
was tempted.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
between that and MASH, probably, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was going back and forth.
Yeah.
Catch 22,
Uh-huh.
Woodstock,
Ah, yeah. Good.
Tora, Tora, Tora.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 1971, Dirty Harry,
Uh-huh.
The Hospital.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite. Those George C. Scott. It was like a weird movie, but it was good. It was just weird.
Yeah, yeah.
The French Connection,
Uh-huh.
The Last Picture Show,
Yep.
Bananas.
Okay.
Give you another Woody Allen.
Yes.
1972, The Poseidon Adventure,
Uh-huh.
Deliverance,
Okay.
Slaughterhouse Five,
Mm-hmm.
Cabaret, 73, Papillon, The
Mm-hmm.
Last Detail,
Ah, that's a good
Serpico,
one. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Serpico, another good one.
yeah,
Yep.
Live and Let Die,
Mm-hmm.
Soylent Green,
Mm-hmm.
The Eat People, The Exorcist,
Yeah.
1974, Godfather Part Two, just in case we weren't really talking about it. Chinatown,
Mm-hmm.
The Towering Inferno, The Taking of Pelham 123, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which led for a whole slew of horror movies. Uh,
Right.
the Longest Yard, the original one. Death
Mm-hmm.
Wish, the original one. Blazing Saddles.
Right.
Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, the James Bond movies,
Of course.
right? And then some more Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That wasn't as long as I thought.
Well, I
And
know. I
I
was more selective this time.
okay. And I actually have a couple to add to that
Oh,
that you did not mention. Badlands
okay.
with do you remember that movie?
I never saw it.
Terrence Malick directed it, and it had Martin Sheen playing Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek. It's a really good movie where he's a murderer on the run.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a good one. Harold and Maude. Uh, have you seen that?
I
You,
vaguely remember that one.
the young guy with the older woman. That
Yeah.
it's a weird movie, but it's great. Hal Ashby
Maybe I
directed it.
didn't see it. I remember hearing the title, but I don't think I saw it.
You got to see it. It's a good dark comedy. And then Duel.
Oh yeah, your favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I
What is your
almost put
what
Duel
is
on
your
my list
favorite?
because just for the ridiculous overacting of Dennis Weaver, where he's being chased by the truck. Oh, I guess actually it's probably not overacting when you think about it. You're being
Right.
chased by a truck for no reason.
It's not Shatner overacting.
Yeah, yeah. But it is hilarious when he's yelling, "Come on!" and "Please, please." I love that movie. And yeah, that was like made for TV though, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Spielberg,
made
one
for
of his
TV.
first. Yeah, so I had to mention that one.
Okay.
But all right, but here's the official list, the top 5 movies of the first half of the 1970s, 70 through 74. Here we go. At number 5, Play It Again, Sam. At number 4, The Sting. At number 3, American Graffiti. At number 2, Young Frankenstein. And at number 1, The Godfather. Yeah, I dig it. All right, so next week we're going to do the second half, right? 75 through 79.
I don't know, because we probably shouldn't, because I was looking at the movies there, and the things we're going to put on there are the same movies that we've already talked about. You
Yeah,
got Jaws, you got Star Wars,
don't give it
just to,
away.
just to run it off right off the bat.
I'll tell you what, we could. I feel like I could probably be able to start doing the yearly thing in starting in 75.
All right, that would be better.
Okay, but we can pull that off until we finish the other decades. You want to do 30s and 20s before we start moving forward on the yearly?
Well, I thought of a couple of other things too. Government conspiracy movies.
Hmm, that could be interesting.
Yeah, that's not. I'm sure there's not like a huge,
Yeah,
thing that than robbery movies,
right. Yeah.
a little more broader,
Hmm.
and then Tarantino movies.
Yeah, that because we need to do another director too.
Yeah.
Man, those are a lot of good choices. Um, let's do Tarantino next.
Okay.
But yeah, all of those will be good ones to do for sure. The
Yeah.
government conspiracy, would it have to be? It could be any government, right?
To say Tarantino movies.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, whenever we get to that one.
Oh, the government conspiracy. Yeah, it would have to be. It could be any government. Doesn't have to
Okay.
be U.S. government.
All right. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But
Okay.
all right, but yeah, Tarantino next week. That'll be good.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
we haven't
sweet.
done a director in a while.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, and that would be a great one to do, especially considering he claims he's not making any more movies, but
Really?
we'll see. Well, there was rumors that he was actually going to make a Star Trek movie, which I was like, "What?" But apparently, that's
A
not
Star
happening.
Trek movie where everybody dies?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that would be what happens, but yeah, okay.
No phasers on stun. Phasers on kill.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, okay, cool. Well, next week, top five Tarantino. Check out some of our other stuff. We've got multiple categories at this point. So if you like this, like and subscribe and all that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. So, all right, see you then. Love you.
Love you.
All right, bye.
Bye.